One more film that I've caught up with recently was another World War II espionage drama to go with Eye of the Needle, and that was Charlotte Gray, again based on a book, this time by Sebastian Faulks. It's the story of a French-speaking Scottish schoolteacher who is recruited into the SOE during the Second World War, the forerunner to MI6, and having developed a relationship with a British pilot who is shot down and apparently killed in France, she goes on a perilous mission to act as courier for the French resistance and gets involved in attempts to round up suspected Jewish villagers in a small region of Vichy-controlled France. Cate Blanchett plays the lead role with an impeccable accent, as she always does, and I found it an interesting and quite engaging, very atmospheric story, but somewhat superficial. It's possible that it lost quite a bit in the translation. I've read other work by Faulks, and he's very strong on research and atmosphere and mood, and I can imagine that the book paints a much more vivid, broad picture of the environment of living in collaboration government era France. Something else that upset me, although upset is a very strong term, was some of the characterization of the collaboration characters, particularly one who attempts to blackmail Gray for sex in return for letting his knowledge that she's helping to shelter two Jewish children. He'll forget about that, and his whole character was, I felt, far too obviously a villain. Obviously there were people who did that, but he's portrayed as almost a cartoon, rather than being in any kind of textured, realistic human being. But it's got Cate Blanchett in it, and she's superb in everything, and she's the beating heart of the film, and she's terrific. Michael Gambon is the crotchety local farm keeper who has a heart of gold underneath it all. But it's that kind of character portrayed in a slightly more interesting way. And his son, with whom Blanchett's character develops a relationship, is played by Billy Crudup, which is a pleasure to see him in something for a change. And he again is, I thought, an interesting casting choice for a French resistance fighter, but an enjoyable and engaging performance. Believable, I think, most importantly. It's a pity that the heroes are believable, but the villains are not. They seem to lapse too readily and too quickly into cliches of moustache-twirling Nazis, regardless of their nationality. So it's a decent film, but it's one I would stop short of wholeheartedly recommending. It's fine, but it's really only fine.